We welcome you to episode 47 of Battin and Chattin here in the Eastern Observer. Alongside Denis Tuohy, I'm Brandon Natale. Now, before we get started, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Be kept in on the loop on everything Eastern Observer, and most importantly, Battin and Chattin. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and wherever else podcasts can be found. As always, presented to you by Black Cats NYC. Be sure to download Nothing's Gonna Stop Us, which can be found wherever music is found, whether that's Spotify, iHeartRadio, SiriusXM, Satellite Radio, and many others. Dennis, how you doing today in this fine evening?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Nice afternoon. Weather seems okay. We might be getting rain this weekend. Going to the Cricket World Cup Friday morning.
Yeah, man.
I'm just hanging out. Doing good. Doing my best. No volleyball this week. Last week I played. Oh my God, I'm so out of shape. I didn't tell you off air. I briefly mentioned it. Oh my God. So I lost, I lost a crazy amount of weight. And all just by dieting.
Okay.
So, like, no cardio or anything like that. It was my first real workout in a very, very long time, an embarrassingly long time. I was so winded. I've never been that winded after playing volleyball. It was beach volleyball too, so it was obviously a little harder than hardwood, like the conditioning and whatnot. But oh my gosh, I was so gassed. I'm getting gassed just thinking about it. I need some water. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I'm not kidding. I'm still a big man. I lost a lot of weight, but I'm still a big boy. I thought it was going down.
I think you were telling me before we got on the air that he's it's a lot,
brother. I thought I was going full flamingo, head in the sand, or is it ostriches? I forget which one it is. They bury their head in the sand. I thought it was going down.
I think it's ostriches. Yeah, it is ostriches.
Ostriches. Okay. Yeah, my
like, what's that gonna do? Just,
my heart felt like Hot for Teacher, Van Halen. That the beginning drums. That's. I was like, oh man.
Oh yeah, no,
I need some water. I need to take it easy. Yeah, Alex Van Halen, savant. Yeah, and it was a league night.
Okay.
But they had one court nobody was using. So me and the boys from my neighborhood, we went over there. We're just like threw the ball around. There was supposed to be 4 of us, then it turned just 3 of us. One of my friends had to cancel last minute. And so yeah, like I was so gassed. And I also had like a fear of hitting a ball into a league game. Like I was so out of it. I used to have like a wicked serve. Like when I graduated high school, I had a 50% ace percentage in games.
Okay.
And like my serve was gone. I felt washed. I got to get back into playing shape. I want to play. It's my favorite sport. To play. To watch, beach volleyball I like more, not because I'm a dog, guys, but because it's 2v2, so it is like a more athletic game to watch.
Right.
So the Olympics come around, I'll watch Kerry Walsh Jennings. She's still in it. Misty May Trainer. I think they might have retired. But
yeah, I got to check the Olympics. I got to see. It sounds interesting. I'm obviously watching basketball. Show them.
Yeah,
the Olympics.
Basketball should be really good. I don't know if the U.S. is going to win it. Rudy Gobert and Victor Wembanyama playing for hometown France.
Really?
That's a lot of defense. Nicholas Batum, Frankie Cigarettes, Frank Ntilikina.
Frankie Cigarettes.
I don't know why they start calling him that.
It's new to me. It's
yeah, France.
I've heard of that Frankie Cigarettes.
I don't know. I don't know if any of you out there are bettors. Keep an eye out for France. Canada should be loaded too. So,
but I'm gonna say I don't know how I'm gonna be when I get back to the gym after getting injured. It's definitely gonna hit me hard. I don't know. Like, physical therapy should be good because like I don't know how it's gonna be with my foot in terms of like, my limits. Cause I don't know. Like how hard can I go? Like 100% or like 75%. You know what I mean? Because like foot injury is pretty serious. So I think I'm just going to be a little nervous in terms of how I'm going to be in terms of my, my mobility or not my, like what I can do, what I can't do. I'm probably not going to do legs for a little bit. For a little bit. Like I can't leg press because it's, it's pressing hard. So it's going to take a while, but I think I'll be fine. But, like I say, muscle don't forget. But, I'm glad that you went out to have some, play volleyball. Sounded like a lot of fun. I wish I could join, but,
Yeah. Yeah, I got a good workout in, and then I went out for wings with the boys afterwards. So I just undid all the progress I made. That's life.
Nothing wrong with some wings. I could go for some wings later, actually.
It's life. Hey man, Thursday Buffalo Wild Wings, buy one get one on boneless wings.
When is this?
Every Thursday at Buffalo Wild Wings, buy 10 boneless wings, you get 20.
Really?
Yeah,
I should look into that.
you should buy 6, you get 12. Like whatever you get, it's free, the same size.
I gotta look into that. You're making
Get
me
some
hungry.
now, get some later.
Making me hungry.
Yeah, that's why I ate before today's show. Some leftovers, some rice and shrimp.
Yeah, I'll have some food later. But anyways, this is not the Food Network. This is Battin and Chattin here in the Houston Observer, and I know we're doing good. There's a lot going on in the baseball world. The Mets have been slowly picking it up. I mean, they almost blew the game. It's actually been pretty aggravating,
dude.
Watching them.
I was recording my college radio show Monday night, which we got a special caller, huh?
Yeah, I wonder who that special caller was.
Good little reunion for me and you.
Yeah.
And me and my co-host Josh Gable, we were watching the game through the ESPN website.
Okay.
So just like the ball strike. You know what I'm talking about when you watch like. I thought you guys were gonna lose it there. I have to say, I'm not gonna not Rocco Baldelli. Davey Martinez, manager of the Nationals. I like him. I didn't like them taking out Joey Gallo. I know that sounds crazy to people, but I thought Joey Gallo, as much as I hate on Joey Gallo, he gets walked a lot. You had an out to burn. I thought they should have stuck with him and then used the pinch hitter for the defensive first catcher. They didn't go with that, and it burned them. Defensive first catcher, I forget the name of the cat, Drew something. Half the league's named Drew now, but oh man, yeah, this is definitely good content here. Not even knowing the name of the guy you're about to rip. I'm not trying to hate on the dude. I'm just, but yeah, man, they pinch hit for Joey Gallo, who's not like a great player by any means, but he had a home run and a walk and a strikeout in that game, the full Joey Gallo gauntlet. And I thought they should have stuck with it. It was Drew Milas. Has 100 batting average. He might have been a little more at that point. But I thought that's who you pinch hit for instead of Joey Gallo. I understand they didn't want lefty on lefty. But, I mean, like I said, he had an out to burn. He was going to get the – you really thought what happened was you were betting, is Joey Meneses going to win us the game or not? That's a steep bet to make.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a questionable decision. I wonder if he was asked about it in the post game, just because I know you watched the game as well. That's why I'm talking about it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was bizarre.
Yeah, no, Joey Gallo he had the full Joey Gallo experience. I know he was going off. But it's good they finally pulled it together. That I thought was pretty cool. And I'm glad they're finally, putting together some good wins. Jose Iglesias, but
he looked good.
He's been looking great. He hadn't played in the league in almost like 2 years, and so called him up. He's been playing to every expectation. What I can't understand, they need to find a DJ Stewart. He's not him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a weird player. He's just an on-base guy, and I understand some people like that. Some people don't like that. It's, I guess, for lack of better phrasing, an acquired taste. I don't know how else to phrase it. He's batting 188. He's got an OPS plus of 106, so he's still above league average in OPS plus. But to me, the stats don't indicate that.
Right.
And his total OPS is 693. That seems pretty low. Slugging 347, the OBP 346. I don't know. I feel like the numbers aren't accurate there. And I know Baseball Reference is better than I am, but it seems bizarre. It doesn't seem good. Not one Met fan I know, even ones that are more analytically inclined and follow the OPS plus, OPS, things like that, and do like to see just get on base, just get a productive at bat. Even they don't really have faith in DJ Stewart. So who knows?
Not that I don't. I mean, last year he was pretty decent. He had like a Linsanity type run last year. He was great, and when he got on the opening roster, I was thrilled. But like it's just that the production hasn't been there. So
But he
I
was
don't know how to
really
feel
good
about it.
last year for you.
He was it?
He was really good last year for you.
Yeah,
OPS
he was
plus
great.
130, 11 homers, 26 RBI. Not bad.
Yeah,
244 batting average. All right, whatever.
right. That's what I'm saying. So this year it hasn't. Mostly some of it hasn't been the same.
Yeah, yeah, and he was. I don't know if it's his plate approach changed. He's always been a high strikeout guy. Last year had 56 strikeouts in 58 games. This year he has 28 and 48. 21 walks this year, 15 last year. So maybe a more disciplined plate approach this season, and that's what's causing that lack of aggressiveness that he had. I don't know. I mean, it's how do you tell a guy I want you to strike out more? Not exactly an easy task, but
I want to give some credit to Lindor. He raised his average up like 30 to like 40 points. I don't know if you saw.
no, I really haven't. I just look at the the season average, and it's still. I mean, he raised it. I'll give him credit for raising it, but
It was like 190 to like now like 230,
it's 232,
which is I mean,
which
hey,
is
232. But
eh,
it's way better than it was before. So I want to give Lindor the credit
yes,
for that.
yes. Dating back his last 5 games, he had 2 on the 31st against Arizona. Then he had 1 the next game, the first, and 0, then 1, and then 2 last night. So yeah, he has been better in that time span. He's had 2 stolen bases, no home runs, but 2 RBIs and 2 walks, 2 doubles.
And
Not bad.
defensively, he's still been pretty good. So I want to give. I don't want to be too much of a Lindor hater. I want to apologize to Lindor for being too much of a Lindor hater. I don't hate Lindor. There's times I do root for Lindor. I have his T-shirt on right now that I got it from a giveaway from when he first came to the Mets.
Yeah, I'm
So
shocked he wasn't
I
there.
don't want to take him for granted too much. Like sometimes I feel like we take some of our players too much for granted.
He
And
hasn't been an all-star since becoming a Met. That seems crazy to me. He was good last year.
yeah, no, he was good.
Finished ninth. I don't understand
Because
baseball.
what I mean. Like
Finished ninth in MVP voting, not an all-star. Does that make sense?
yeah. So no, like I said, I don't want to like I said, I don't want to take for granted Lindor and what he's done for the Mets. He's broke the home run record. He's been a great defensive shortstop. He actually called that players meeting that they had. He called that. I remember they asked Brandon Natale. They said, "Who called the meeting?" He said it was Lindor. So I want to give Lindor the credit for that, for being a leader, and for picking up the season, doing better in terms of the average and just all around hitting. It's good. He's become more patient, and I feel like it's sometimes when players when they get into that slump, it's hard to get out of that. But Lindor has found a way to get out of that. So, like I said, I don't want to be too much of a Lindor hater anymore. I don't want to take it much for granted. I apologize to Lindor, just like I apologize to Edwin Diaz. And I want to say I like what Lindor's been doing, and I'm happy to say he's my shortstop. But like I said, either way, hope he keeps going and just he needs to stay consistent. Though I will say that. So I need to say that.
Yeah. Can I ask you what you think of the whole Jorge Lopez thing? It's outdated now, but
No, I mean, we can still talk about it. It's I feel bad. It's crazy how much the media can take one thing and then roll with it like it's without even doing any due diligence or just I mean, I feel bad for the guy. The media really, but I think it kind of did blow over. I mean, like it's like you said, outdated. Not outdated, but it's like people stopped like giving him flack for that.
he got
I
DFA'd. He's not back. He's out of a job.
I don't think it's. I don't know if he got DFA'd for that.
I
It
thought they made it
probably
pretty clear
was.
that that's
He
what it
because I
was.
mean I don't know.
They
It kind
said
of had to
recent
have been.
job performance, and then I saw some kind of statement about our expectation and things like that. It seemed like that was mostly because of it.
It kind of had to have been because I mean he was having a decent year for the Mets. He wasn't really that bad. Let's take a look at his stats.
That's what I thought.
Like when I liked him, so like when I found out they DFA'd him, I don't know if they DFA'd him because of that, but like when it came out that that's not what he said, then they then like because originally like what they thought what he said was I'm the worst player on the worst baseball team,
Right, I saw that.
but then he said that's not what he was saying. I wish I gotta find what he really was saying.
He had a 3.76 ERA, 2 saves for you guys, 19 strikeouts and 26.1 innings pitched, 2 losses, 1 win. Not bad. That's not a bad season at all. ERA plus of 102, so just slightly above average.
I liked him.
Not
I
too
didn't
bad.
like I guess they DFA'd him because of that, but like I said, I gotta find what he really said. Let me see. The internet is slow.
11 earned runs in 26 innings pitched. That doesn't seem that bad to me. That doesn't seem bad enough to warrant getting fired for that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
Just for job performance.
he was still having a great season. So like when I found out the DFA'd him, I'm like really? Like I thought he was having a good year. I don't know if it was
Like dependable, yeah.
because of that. Like I know maybe I don't know if because of the him throwing a glove into the stands. That didn't
That could have been it too.
That might have been so.
But yeah, at the same time too, like not for nothing. The Mets have been so bad this year in comparison to the way you would expect their players to play. They're still only like what 5-6 games out of a playoff spot. Less now after beating the Nationals 2 games in a row. So it's really not as bad as people think it is.
No.
In the grand scheme of things, mostly that's an indictment on the National League. However, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
What Lopez said was first and foremost, this is coming from Jorge Lopez when we posted on his Instagram. He said, first and foremost, I apologize to my teammates, coaches, fans, and front office. I felt that I let them down yesterday, both on and off the field. I also want to clarify my post-game remarks because I had no intention of disparaging the New York Mets organization during that interview. I spoke candidly about my frustrations with my personal performance and how I felt it made me the worst teammate in the entire league. Unfortunately, my efforts to address the media in English created some confusion and generated headlines that I do not reflect what I was trying to express. I wish the team the best and hope that God continues to give me strength and guidance in my personal and professional life. So I know he was also talking about mental health in a way, and also hoping that God gives him strength to keep to help him in his guide him in his personal and professional life. But that's what he meant, and that was after the next day before with to clarify some things. But because the media was kind of making it out to be something that it wasn't.
Yeah, I just thought the whole thing was bizarre. One thing I heard, because that happened after that player meeting, one theory I heard that some people think is maybe that in the player meeting, Lindor said, we're playing like the worst team in baseball. So Lopez kind of just reiterated, I feel like I'm the worst teammate on the worst team, like carrying over. Like it was just on his mind, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole thing to me seems odd. I just feel bad that the guy lost his job over it. It's stupid. Even if it was about throwing his glove in the stands, which that seems like it was more about, who cares? I'm just saying, I feel like I've seen a lot more egregious stuff get a pass. And he hasn't been bad.
The Mets have kind of been like DFAing people this whole season. They got rid of Joey Wendell. They DFA'd Johan Ramirez like 3 or 4 times.
Joey Wendell.
They DFA'd Omar Narvaez. So
I was surprised they got rid of him too. Another longtime Brewer. And Wendell were on the Brewers, so I thought that they were brought in to be Stearns' guys.
Well, he was brought in last year before Stearns came in.
Oh,
and it just wasn't. living up to the billing. He did have a walk-off hit on Memorial Day weekend that Sunday against the Giants. But either way, besides that, I don't think he was not hitting much. He was hitting like 150. So
Yeah.
Mets are going to make the move.
Change.
Tomas Nito's been playing good, so they're not going to get rid of Tomas Nito. Alvarez, who caught a perfect game, not a perfect game, a combined no-hitter in Brooklyn single A for the Cyclones. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I didn't hear about that. Good for
Yeah,
him.
as he's rehabbing. It's cool to see the Lindor's It's cool to see that Alvarez is coming back quicker than expected.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
It's really good. I like seeing that. That brings music to my ears. So the players that did it, it was Dakota Hawkins, Joey Licati, and Joshua Cornelli. Those are the three pitchers that combined for the no-hitter for the Brooklyn Cyclones. And Alvarez was the catcher. So that's pretty cool. So maybe that can carry over to the majors.
Yeah, and I hope that those guys who threw it when they had the opportunity to throw it again in the majors together.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, so it's cool to see Alvarez coming back and quicker than expected. Everyone said like late June, early July, but it's almost mid June. So it's cool to see him catching in the warm up sessions and batting practice. Him taking hits, and now he's playing. He's rehabbing and he's playing rehab games in single A. So I can't wait for him to come back. And like I said, Mark Vientos, man, I'm gonna keep anytime the show comes on, anytime he's doing good, I'm gonna keep shouting him out. Last night he was a decent game. He was what was he? He's 1 for 3, but his average right now is like 339. Compared to the rest of the team, the top of the lineup is crazy. You got Lindor who's hitting 232, Alonso who's hitting 237, Nimmo who's 222, and then you got the bottom of the lineup when you got Martinez who's 275, Marte who's hitting 276. Vientos 339, and then Bader 265. Then you got Iglesias who's hitting 400. Now, granted, he's been playing only a couple games, but still,
right.
It's crazy how the top of the lineup, and then you got the bottom of the lineup. It's a weird lineup shakeup. You know what I mean?
You guys are scoring runs. You're scoring. You guys just can't hold on to it.
Yeah, it's like the Islanders.
Crazy.
It's like the Islanders.
Yeah, it really is. Going into the season, I mean, you guys had the best closer in baseball.
He's been struggling. He's
unarguably
got placed on the IL.
Hopefully they find out what's wrong. Maybe he was just trying to work through something. I mean, who knows? I really hope that's what it is. He could come back and be 2022 Edwin Diaz, because he was dynamite for you guys.
He was great.
And, I always say, I always dream my Yankees, your Mets in the World Series again every year. That's what I want. And the Yankees winning.
Not that. Hopefully not that, but we'll see. Anything could happen. Anybody, if you can dream it. But just we'll see. I feel for Diaz. It's just been a rough go around for him. I mean, I feel like do you think it's often that pitchers? Do you think they pitch when they're hurt, or do you feel like putting them on the IL? Do you think that's a reason for them to kind of be like, let's put him on the IL, give him some rest, and give another player a roster spot? I remember the Mets did it with AJ Ramos. Remember AJ Ramos was struggling on the Mets, and then they put him on the IL, and I don't think he was seen again.
I think it's a little bit of both. Like, it was known Masahiro Tanaka pitched for the Yankees while needing arm surgery and just never got it until after he left. And he did that for like 2 or 3 years. And he just had like great seasons for us. But so I do think pitchers do try to work through things. And like I said, or like you said, rather, I do think there's another part of it where it's, we'll put him on the IL if he's struggling. We've all heard it, the phantom IL. Put him on the IL. We'll see if there's anything mechanically we could fix, and just have that time where he doesn't have to be in the spotlight, You
give him time to relax, to breathe,
Yeah. Just kind of work on you. Hitters, it's not really like that because baseball is such a rhythm thing for them. Whereas pitchers, is more repetition of getting the right grip in the right way, in the right locations. So I guess maybe that's why it differs. But, if I'm a Met fan, like, I'm not concerned about Diaz so far. Like, I'm not saying, he's overpaid and he's washed. No.
I'm not saying that. No.
Like, I'm sure you would rather have like Mason Miller for the A's this year, who's just been fantastic. He's given up like 2 runs all season. Somebody like that, obviously, you'd rather have than Diaz this year, especially for that price. I get that. But Diaz, at this point, he has the pedigree. He had almost a record-breaking season in 2019. Excuse me, in 2018
2018.
for the Mariners before he came to you guys. 19, he struggled a bit with you guys. It wasn't as bad as people made it out to be, but it struggled. 20 and 21, he was just kind of mediocre. Then 22, he was phenomenal. We all know, we all saw it. It was electric. Then he was good in the WBC before he got hurt. So like the talent and the pedigree is there. And the same thing with Adam Ottavino. Like your bullpen was dominant to start the season, and they just lost it. Now it could be, I don't know. You watch more Met games than I do, and because of things with other companies or whatever, I've been watching more NBA playoffs than regular season baseball, especially the Mets. That I don't know if starting pitchers just aren't going deep enough that bullpen had to be taxed. I don't know if your schedule was brutal and you're playing 6 games in 8 days constantly or something like that. I don't know. But it is weird to see how good the bullpen started and how it is now. Adam Ottavino in particular has just been as wild as March hare. So I don't know. Maybe there's something you've noticed. Maybe there's something you haven't.
I don't know. I really could. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I mean, there's times you're hot, and there's times you're cold. There's times you're yes and you're in and you're out, you're up and you're down. Shout out to Katy Perry. It's all about just staying consistent, I guess. And I don't know. Like the bullpen was coming into the season, I thought the bullpen was one of the greatest strengths. You've heard me on the show say plenty. I thought I was ready I thought the bullpen was going to be good, and things happen, and you just got to learn to adjust. The Mets are just finding ways to adjust and try to get through it. So I couldn't tell you what's been going on. It's been very interesting. Now, I be getting through. It was good to see David Peterson try to make it 7 innings last night. He only pitched 6 2/3, and then the bullpen carried the rest of the way. So I definitely want them to get to see what time do they play today? I feel like they might be off today because they're going to London soon. No, they play at 4:05, and then they get off the next 2 days as they play Saturday and they play Sunday. They play at 10 o'clock. That's pretty fun.
In the morning or at night?
On Sunday, 10 a.m.
Oh, that sucks. I work 6 to 2.
And then Saturday they play 1:10. That's gonna be fun. What's going on? Why the Mets? What's up with this London series? This is pretty new. Well,
they've been doing it every year. I remember, was it 2019? The Yankees and the Red Sox scored like 50 runs in 3 games. It was something ridiculous. Do you remember that?
That I remember. Yes.
It's just like every single game was like a 14 to 15 bloodbath.
That I remember. Yes.
Yeah. So like it, and then I remember last year it was what, Cubs and Cardinals, right? Or something like that. I don't know. I forget. Yeah, it was. I don't know, man. Like it's cool. I would like to see them play in different locations other than London every year, like how the NFL does it.
Right. Yeah.
Play in Mexico City, play in Germany, play in Japan, things like that.
I know the Mets one year they played in
I don't know if they would have had the space for it, but I remember like it was a big story when the Czech Republic was in the WBC. Would have been cool to have a game at like a series at the Czech Republic to grow the game more in Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Because like people that was like a big headline, and there are teams out there, there are countries out there where people want to play. So it's, to me, like that's the kind of thing that would make sense. Like once a month until September, have like an international series. That's what I would do. Like how the NFL does it. They have like what, 5, 6 a year?
At least 6, at least 7, maybe. At least 5.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. If it changes year to year or not at the NFL.
Hmm.
I'm very like I follow my Giants in terms of schedule, and then like I'm never off on Sundays, so I don't watch the international games unless my Giants are playing. Then I find nefarious ways to do it while on the clock, but
Right.
I get paid to watch my Giants. But yeah. Yeah, I have a whole rig set up. It's pretty gnarly.
Oh
I
yeah.
have it in a little box. Oh yeah. The phone. No audio though. That's the thing I haven't been able to figure out. How do I sneak the audio in?
Got you.
I don't think I'll get away with that.
I don't think I.
Yeah, I think that's too ambitious.
I think so.
Do we want to continue with the Mets? I mean, just for our audience,
I feel like we talked about them enough.
do the due diligence of how many games you guys are out, and I have so many tabs open. Oh my gosh. I don't know the last time I turned my laptop off, but it has certainly been a while.
I feel like we definitely. I think the audience has any idea of our views on them.
Yeah. All right. So you guys, the Mets are 4 games out of a wild card spot. Okay.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. No, they just need to keep winning. It's gonna be hard, but just keep on winning.
There's so much game left, man. There really is. Do we want to switch gears to my Yankees? I do.
We can dive into it. Yes.
How about them Yankees, dude? Oh my gosh.
They're looking good. Looking good.
2.5 games of the Orioles for first place. Run differential, league best 111. Ooh-wee. 6-game winning streak. Knock on wood. Unbelievable. The trio of Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge. Can you hear me? My laptop.
Yes, I can hear you.
The trio of Juan Soto, Aaron Judge, and Giancarlo Stanton are the first trio of Yankees to all have 15 home runs 62 games into a season. Stanton hit a bomb yesterday, 420 feet, left field deep. A perfect Stanton bomb. We always talk about it. Picturesque, just a little orb flying in the night sky as they won last night. Judge and Anthony Volpe, both 30-game on-base streaks now. First time that's happened since 2003 with Rafael Furcal and Andrew Jones of the Atlanta Braves. Hasn't happened with the Yankees since Charlie Keller and Joe DiMaggio, and I'll get you the year right now. On that one, it is, Joe DiMaggio and Charlie Keller did it in 1939. Not done. Luis Gil, longest streak in Yankees history, 7th start in a row with 6 innings pitched and 1 or 0 runs allowed. The reigning American League Rookie of the Month, dominant once again last night, holding the Twins scoreless. It was Ian Hamilton who gave up the run.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean, just unbelievable. 1,500 career hits for Stanton after the Giants series. Juan Soto got player of the week in 6 games, 7 runs, 2 triples, 3 homers, 9 RBIs, 4 walks. It's unbelievable what this team has been able to do. And, people are starting to compare them prematurely, but starting to compare them to that 1998 team.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
I mean, I get it. I mean, this has all been without Garrett Cole, who pitched yesterday, and he looked pretty good in his rehab start. He's still going to be a little ways away. They're looking at probably like late June, early July. Maybe with how the team has been playing, maybe they'll hold him. This isn't them reporting it. This is me. Maybe they'll hold him until after the All-Star break. Who knows? But yeah, 6 strikeouts for Luis Hill yesterday, 8-1 on the season. Unbelievable.
He's looked really good. It's
Unbelievable.
crazy. And Garrett Cole's not even playing right now. He's supposed to come back. I know, saw that.
And he looked good. He looked good in his rehab start. Aaron Judge leads the league in home runs with 21 already. Oh my gosh. It's unbelievable. He got player of the month. Just unbelievable.
How about them Yankees?
First team to have hitter of the month and pitcher of the month in the American League since 2019, Yuli Gurriel and Garrett Cole. Whew.
It's very interesting.
Man, it's unbelievable. And I mean, credit to the Orioles. We spoke about it last week. They lost, who's it, John Means for the season and somebody else. They're down 2 pitchers for the season, and they're still kind of hot on our trail. I'll look it up right now. John Means undergoes Tommy John again. I thought he just had it like a year ago.
Again? Jesus.
Yeah. Oof. Poor guy. And somebody else is done for the year too. Tyler Wells. So they're down 2 pitchers. And they're still hanging with us. So credit to them, man. But gosh, this Yankees team, dude. 29-game hitting streak. Anthony Volpe had.
That's a lot. What's the longest?
55 or 56 for Joe DiMaggio. I forget. That was his MVP year. Was that 43, 47? I forget. "56 consecutive games with a hit, 1941.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think the second was Pete Rose. He had one for a while. Then he didn't have one, and then the streak broke, and then he immediately went on another one, Pete Rose. He had 44 straight. Pretty good. I mean, yeah, they made 29 games with a hit. He'll take it.
Yeah.
The Yankees, man, I'm just stoked.
No, I give you credit. They look really good.
Fun
The Bronx
time.
is definitely bombing. The Yankees Bronx Bombers, they're definitely hitting them nukes right over in the bleacher section, right at sometimes second deck, the upper deck. So it's been going pretty good for the Yankees. So I give them credit. Got to give the credit where the credit's due.
Yeah.
You know, so it's definitely going to be interesting. I'm thinking about going to the Subway Series. Hopefully, I can find a way to go to that.
I would love to.
We might be able to go in July, so maybe we'll find a way to go for that. If you'd be interested in the Yankee Stadium,
Of course.
I should be definitely walking by then by being mobile. So it should be interesting. Let's take a look at some of the Yankees. I can't. They've already beaten compared to the 98 Yankees. That's insane. And like I said, they're doing this all without Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
I feel like people not starting to forget him, but the Yankees have just been, I gave them credit. They've been doing good where you got to look at them. You got to be like, hey, I mean, Garrett who? Not exactly, but it hasn't been a concern. Like the Mets right now. I don't know when Sang is going to come back, but like he would be a great help to the team, and like people, wondering when he's going to come back. But like I said, the Yankees have been doing good so far. They're not in a rush to have Garrett Cole come back. Like, all right, just come back, rehab when you can, and we know you're going to come back and contribute when you do. So what I'm trying to get is the Yankees are not as concerned as the Mets would be for their players to come back with an injury.
Yeah.
So I give him credit.
Yeah, I'm glad that aside from Cole this season, once again, knock on wood, everybody's been more or less healthy. That's
Yeah.
something that's easy to take for granted, man. Just get guys on the field. I mean, look at last year with the amount of injuries the Yankees had, and I mean, look at your team. Look at other teams that the Orioles are dropping dropping like flies. They just signed Julio Teheran.
Wow.
I mean, who else are they going to get? I got to say, I understand people don't like Julio Arias because he's been caught beating his wife like 3 times now or 2 times, whatever it is, in
Jesus.
public. I'm a little surprised. I have to say, I'm a little surprised nobody's signed him yet. Even with that, I think 15, 20 years ago, pre-social media, he definitely would be on a team right now, whether that's moral or ethical or not, whatever. I personally would want him nowhere near my Yankees, but
Right.
It's just like I said, it is easy to take for granted when your team is healthy and you have no drama on the roster and things like that, where it's just everything is just a well-oiled machine. You know what you're going to get yourself into every day. You know you're going to at least have a close game if you lose and a dominant win if you win. And it's just exciting to watch. I watched the entire game yesterday with my dad when we ate dinner, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome, man.
Juan Soto. Who would have known that'd be the big signing that I feel like a lot of people would have predicted it, but
yeah, I think it was definitely the biggest move of the offseason for sure. Well,
it definitely was something that
Ohtani's still been phenomenal for the Dodgers.
it definitely was something that Brian Cashman needed to do because the lineup has not been that good for the Yankees over the past couple of years. Like you said, 2022. When you talk about a one man baseball is a team sport, Aaron Judge showed that it can be a one man, unfortunately. But he's added to the lineup. The players have been producing, and Juan Soto was just the extra piece and another superstar that Brian Cashman traded for just to help out the lineup, just give it some juice, and then he added Verdugo, completing it. And they don't even have Jason Dominguez yet, so the Yankees got some good pieces, but like I said, they just got the difference between the past couple of years and the Yankees lineup this year is that they've got a great lineup. They got
like a historically great lineup.
They got a good lineup. Like last year, they had Josh Donaldson, a struggling Stanton and Gleyber Torres, who Yankees fans were ready to get rid of. I remember talking to some Yankees fans in the bleacher section. One fan was telling me he's like hot and cold with Torres. Like he'd be great 1 minute, then he'd be costing them the next defensively or even at the bat. But like I said, they just the difference. Like I said, they got a great lineup, and so yeah.
Having a lineup this deep like the Yankees have, where it's just 1 through 9. Even Trevino, our defensive first catcher, is batting .280. He's going to be an all-star again, like last year. When you have a lineup this deep, everybody's more comfortable. There's not that pressure. Listen, if I'm Gleyber Torres and I have a bad game, I know Judge is going to pick me up. If I'm Aaron Judge and have a bad game, I know Juan Soto is going to pick me up. Stanton has been phenomenal. Him and Torres both hit a home run last night in the 5-1 victory over the Twins. I know everybody's like, can we just shut up about the Yankees already? But we really haven't talked about the Yankees this year at all. Just because they keep winning, and I'm like, yeah, we're expected to. But now I think I'm okay. Is it okay for me to be this stoked? I'm excited.
As a Mets fan, it hurts to see. But as a baseball fan and just as someone talking baseball podcaster, I have to say the Yankees look good.
And another thing is, like I've been saying it for a while on here and on other shows and whatever. I want the Yankees to be like how when I was a kid in that 2009 run where it's just death by 1,000 cuts, constantly getting guys on base, constantly getting guys in scoring position, things like that. And that's how this team feels. It's not 2022 where it's, all right, Aaron Judge is going to have to put us on his back. Yeah, it's not like that. The whole team is good. The whole team is wicked. Like Stanton, all right, fine. He's batting .232, but he's got 15 homers, 34 RBIs. Like he's not bad. He's not bad, man. in 54 games. You'll take that. Positive WAR for a DH. That's not easy to come by. Dude, it's just awesome. The one I don't even know if I'd say it's a weak link. And I'm sorry, Trevino isn't batting 280, he's batting 264. The one weak-ish link I guess you can point to has been Rizzo this season. He hasn't been what you would hope. 236 batting average, 7 home runs, 25 RBIs, 650 OPS. It's not great, but I guess it's not dreadful. You just expect a little more from him. But like I said, it's not bad.
Mm. Yeah, hasn't been that bad. And it's you know, taking a look at their schedule. I mean, we're just taking a look at the division. The Orioles are really the only competition, and the rest of the division hasn't been that strong. You look at them: Red Sox are 30-31, the Rays are 30-31, and Blue Jays are 28-32, who are likely going to be sellers at the deadline.
I don't know what they're going to do. I have no idea what the Blue Jays are going to do, man. I mean, I pitched it to you last week. Do you move on from Vlad Guerrero? But I don't think you can. I think you got to keep Guerrero and Bichette because at least with them, at least you're going to get wins. Alek Manoah having that fluky 2022. Man, if he was still putting up the stats he had that year, man, this could be a totally different team.
Yeah.
You're relying on Kevin Gausman and Yusei Kikuchi to be your 1-2 in your rotation. Bassett's not bad, but I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't a Chris Bassett fan. I liked him when he was on the Mets, but I didn't like him down the line because I didn't think he was able to come clutch. Now, maybe he's different now, but I just thought when the lights came on him, and I'm not trying to hate on him too much, but I thought the pressure kind of got to him. And who doesn't? It's sports, It's like pressure can get to you, but when you play in the New York market, the pressure is going to be always on you. So the whole Mets team was to blame for that wild card run. I'm not just pointing the finger at him. Still a great pitcher. Like I'll still take him. I'll give him another shot. But I know they got some great hitters. They got Bo Bichette. Obviously Vlad. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah.
And
I'm curious. Because they've underperformed for a long time.
He was decent last year for the Blue Jays. Yes, he led the AL in 16 wins.
Bassett?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can buy that. He's pretty good.
He started the most games with 33. He pitched the whole season. He was decent with the Mets too. He had like 167 strikeouts that year. So and he's one of the few pitchers to have pitched like 200 innings, and it's hard to see. So I got to give him credit. He's got the talent. It's just it sucks because that's a really really tough division.
Yeah, Bichette's actually been pretty bad this season. That could be a big part of it. 238 batting average, only 4 homers, 25 RBIs, 633 OPS. They moved him down to 6th in the lineup.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, 6th in the lineup. Behind stars Daniel Vogelbach. Batting 203. Sheesh.
Oh, God.
Danny Jansen and Davis Schneider, who's actually not that bad, but
it's
you expect Bo Bichette to be that guy, and then Springer batting 213, Dalton Varsho 212, Turner 213. IKF has been good for them, 263.
It's going to be a struggling lineup when you got Daniel Vogelbach, and but unless he's playing the DH, actually,
I think he is.
No, he is a DH. It's not bad if he's a DH. But
yeah, they brought in Alejandro Kirk for him.
Regardless of that, he doesn't have a good. He's not known for his average. Look at Danny Vogelbach.
Did
Sorry,
Vlad
go ahead.
Guerrero get hurt? I don't know. That's weird. They pinch hit for him yesterday? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. Some other stuff around the league. Did you hear about these gambling suspensions?
Yes, I have. How crazy.
Yeah, talk to me about that.
There's a lot we gotta look up. I know there was a player that got a lifetime ban.
Oof. Didn't even win a bet.
Baseball player. It was, I believe he was shortstop.
It was
San Diego Padres.
Tucupita Marcano.
He's banned from baseball for gambling. He won only. Oh wow! Oh my God! According to Jeff Passan, he only he only won 4.3% of the 231 MLB related bets he placed. Jesus, that's a lot of betting.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, and only winning 4.3%. Like, dude, you gotta come a time. You gotta call it quits, man. Come on. Like that money you should be putting away, like investing and stuff, man. You should put that away to like you. I mean, your future, like for your future, and especially God. I mean, or not God forbid. I don't mean that. I didn't mean to say God forbid. Like if you have any kids, you want to save up for college funds or just save that for yourself, man. Like what do you? It's sad. I don't like the way gambling is being handled in America. Sports betting.
No.
I'm not a sports bettor, so I don't like the way that this and I think this is astonishing. Like Jesus, like what are you doing that you have all this time to place that many bets? And it's not good because you could be betting against your team, for your team. Like, come on. Like, but what are your thoughts on it?
The whole thing is bizarre to me. I just, first of all, what did the league expect? Half these guys are underpaid. Very underpaid, especially the guys that go from the minors to the majors. Very underpaid. What they should be. And every other commercial during the NBA playoffs and during the NHL playoffs is bet, 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 bet.
It's
I don't
being promoted,
understand
yeah.
how you could be a gambling addict and not be like a recovering gambling addict and be a sports fan now. It's ruined. It's ruined sports. It's ruined
Yeah, it
sports.
has. It's
There's no other way about it. It's ruined the game.
before we get into the other players, no, yeah, I tried it for like maybe a couple days, a couple games, and it's just not for me. I can't differentiate like
I'm
my
like,
feelings, and it ruins it. Like you said, it ruins it because I want to watch the game. I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy watching the sports, seeing just seeing other teams, or just watching the games, and I don't want to look at it and be like, oh, like I should place that bet. I don't want to look at it and think of betting. Like I want to sit down, I want to relax and enjoy the games. Um, I can't differentiate my feelings for the games compared to like, the knowledge. It's tough because like you might have it's like I said, it's not for me sports betting. That's why I only tried it for a couple times, and I was like, this ain't for me because I don't want it to ruin my love and fun for the games for sports. So I agree with what you said. It's ruining sports in my opinion.
another problem. Like I do it every now and then, like very rarely.
Yeah.
And they make it so hard to withdraw your winnings. They make it so hard to withdraw your winnings to get your money back. So hard. Just fundamentally, they make it hard. Like you put in for it and it says like, yeah, it'll be in a few days or whatever. It's like I have to go to Caesars with a bat and collect. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no,
You're
I
laughing.
know.
I'm serious.
No, I know. No, hey, no,
It's ridiculous. The whole thing is stupid. Like it's lame.
But the other players,
Like I try to like, all right, fine. Like there are times like I did win some like good money in the NFL season. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, I won a decent cut during the NFL season, but and then I was able to withdraw a lot easier than now. I don't know why, but It's not worth it. It's not
No.
worth it. But the leagues are going to keep taking the money because the collective bargainings and stuff like that, the contracts are too much money for a lot of these teams. And I understand, like, during the lockout and everything like that, I was very pro player. I look at it as like the NBA in particular. Guys are going to be making $80 million a year in the NBA soon. That's not an exaggeration.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous. That's a joke. And they're still going to be on ESPN broke when they make another edition in 10 years or whatever. I'm not trying to sound like a hater, but at some point, can't good enough just be good enough? Do we really always need more this, more that? Can't we just be satisfied?
Yeah, you said it well, honestly.
Like, how much money do we need in sports, really? TNT
Well,
just lost the NBA rights, so no more Ernie, Kenny, Shaq, Chuck.
that's terrible.
They're losing
I heard it.
inside the
Yeah,
NBA.
I didn't know they were actually
Next
leaving.
season's going to be the last season for them.
What's going on after that? Like, who's taking over? They don't know yet.
I don't know. Whoever NBC wants to put together. If they were smart, they would just hire all of them out. But Ernie Johnson
NBC, yeah.
also does TBS baseball, so I doubt he would be able to leave.
I know NBC. They used to cover basketball, right? Like they used to.
Yeah.
They used to broadcast.
And then ESPN gets it, and ESPN, their production is terrible for games. It's horrible.
You don't like it?
Oh, it's so bad. First of all, how many people do I need during a halftime show? Do I really need 6 or 7? What's next? Are we going to start interviewing Kawhi Leonard's grandmother about her thoughts? It's stupid. And they try to cram in a lot more advertisement than the TNT show because the TNT show knows you're watching for them. It's not a throwaway. ESPN treats it like a throwaway. I find it hilarious that they constantly reshuffle all the talking heads, but they keep the same production formula. Doesn't make sense, but whatever. Like the whole thing is just, I don't know. I just think sports media is becoming corrupt. That's just kind of my conclusion.
Okay.
And I think a lot of that is, I think the sports betting thing is allegorical of that. It's just how much is enough? At some point, when are we going to prioritize the product? When I'm watching the NHL playoffs, it shows the betting line under the scoreboard. Why? What do I need that for? Do I need to know the percentage, the odds on winning the face-off? It's not like I'm watching some special FanDuel TV broadcast. ESPN and TNT's broadcast. So when these players are going to get caught for gambling and doing stupid stuff, well, we have rules that you can bet on sports, but just not on the sport you play. How's about we just go back to, let's get rid of all the gambling money. Let's just get rid of betting on the sports. Like, let's just make it super easy. I don't know. I feel bad for the guy, Marcano, but at the same time, too, I really don't. All you had to do was place all the same money on the NBA. Or, if you're really smart, have your buddy do it for you.
I don't think that worked out too good for Shohei Ohtani.
Really? It didn't?
Well, for the guy. I know the MLB actually just cleared him of investigation, if I'm correct. I got that update.
No. That guy didn't bet on baseball. What he got in trouble for was stealing money. They're two different things.
Right.
What I'm saying is if you're a professional athlete, just have your friend make the bets for you. There's people that's their profession. I don't know if you know that, but there's people in Vegas and in Atlantic City and casinos, towns or whatever. Their job is to bet for people out of market and wire them the money. It's a profession. Whatever my winnings are, you get X percent. If you get caught gambling as a professional athlete now, you have nobody to blame but yourself.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the league has to make it as easy as possible for you to victimize yourself. Cocaine is banned from the sport too, right? Well, you're an adult. You can make your own decision. I understand that's a legality thing. It's not MLB making it legal. They're definitely lobbying it to be legal in states. We know that. Come on. We're all grown-ups here. We know how politics work. But we ban PEDs out of the interest of fairness, out of the interest of health for the players. Do you think it's fair if somebody's trying to throw a game on your team or the other team? Do you think pissing away all your money is in fairness to the health of the player? I rest my case. I'm not saying the argument I'm making isn't drugs should be allowed in sports. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying the whole thing is effed up. Continue.
Yeah, no, the whole thing is effed up. But the other players that were, is there anything else we want to go on before we end the show? Or
I'm just trying to see any kind of news that I might have missed. Oh, tough break, Astros fans.
Oh yes,
Jose Urquidy and Christian Javier both season-ending surgery.
I saw that. Poor Josh. I gotta see how he's doing.
Not well. I spoke to him Sunday.
I know.
Life is going good for him. Baseball life, not so much.
Yeah. Hey, what's good? What's good? Life's going good for him though. It's good that the life part, the baseball part, not so much, but life. Hey, good for him. Glad to hear that. The other players that were issued bans from the Major League Baseball after following the investigations by the Department of Investigations was Michael Kelly, Oakland Athletics pitcher, minor league players Jay Grome and Padres pitcher, and Jose Rodriguez with the Phillies, and Andrew Salfrank of the Arizona Diamondbacks, all for unrelated violations of MLB sporting betting rules and policies. That's investigations include interviews for review of the MLB information in each matter and significant cooperation from MLB's legal sportsbook partners. And ask from Elena Rizzo, who tweeted that. Thank you to that. Thank you to that person. And yeah, so that's all I gotta say.
One guy got in trouble for like $100.
Really?
He's out for the year. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Now, I do think after my whole anti-gambling rant, I do think we kind of use some discretion and say, for something like that, just tell them, dude, don't do this again.
They're trying to be strict with it. Like I see what you mean, but I'm saying,
how strict are you trying to be when you're saying, dude, it's like you're next to somebody at a red light and you say, whoa, don't drive drunk, and then you have a bottle of Captain Morgan and you say cheers. The league is taking the money from it. So how strict am I? Can't take you seriously. If you're the league, I can't take you seriously. I get it. All the sports shows have sponsorships for gambling. I get it. You and I, we don't own Battin and Chattin. If our bosses said, hey, we want to make a paycheck, you got to throw in a DraftKings ad. Guess what? Little Denny boy is going to tell you all about DraftKings. But at some point, we got to call a spade a spade. You know, like there's a hockey YouTuber I watch, and he had an entire video. It was like 30 minutes. And he said why I have never accepted a gambling endorsement. And it was just for this reason. And this was 2 weeks ago I saw this, or a week and a half ago, before the baseball stuff came out. Or the guy on the Raptors, Jonte Porter, who got banned from the NBA for life. It's like, first of all, those lines that they had were crazy. Crazy. If you knew who the guy was, you'd be crazy to not bet the way he bet. That was the Vegas being sore losers. That's what that was. And all right, fine. The guy bet on himself or something like that. and bet on games. All right, fine. Whatever. You're also saying that a guy who plays 8 minutes a game is going to hit over under 1.5 3-pointers. If the guy plays, he's going to hit it. And if the guy doesn't play, he's not going to hit it. So if it's against a good team, why would you take it? You know what I'm saying? Like some of it, I felt bad for that guy. Like, all right, he did something stupid, but at the same time, too, it was blatant. Just, I'm mad that you beat me at my own game.
Yeah.
The whole thing is screwed up, man.
I know.
It's lame. It's stupid. The league's taking the money is stupid. The players, I mean, listen, none of these guys are in the NBA, MLB, NFL, or NHL because they could be Rhodes Scholars if they weren't. All right. Like I said earlier, we've all seen the ESPN Broke documentary. So I'm not expecting them to be Mark Cuban. But come on. But like, really, guys, what are we doing here? You should know better, especially baseball, the history of gambling in baseball. It's all over the locker rooms. You will be banned for life. It's one of, universal rule in every locker room.
Yeah.
Every MLB locker room.
But I guess that wraps it up.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Robert Gasser's on the 15-day IL, rookie for the Brewers. He's been fantastic. Great fantasy pickup for me. Oh my gosh.
I see how I'm doing in fantasy too.
I'm getting crushed in our league this week. Oh my god.
I got crushed the other week. I had like 4 pitchers starting for me the other night. Let me see. I might have to take some players out.
I have like six pitchers going for me today. That's all I see from today. I don't know if I missed anything. Red Sox beating the Braves 3-0. Hold on. Cubs beat the White Sox. They came back late last night.
Oh shoot! I gotta update because there's some players. Let's see. I don't want to be.
Yeah. I don't really see too much. There's some kind of an article here. I didn't read it until right now. Jackie Robinson's Dodgers contracts mired in a legal dispute. It's kind of interesting.
Matt Weldon, he's been looking pretty good. Waldron?
The knuckleballer?
Might keep him.
He's been good.
That's what I'm
saying.
Any
trades you want to make? What positions are you in the market for, Brandon? Let's see if we could try to get a trade on there. Oh my god! I hope pitching staff is hurt.
Zach Eflin hasn't been. Yeah, I'll keep Zach Eflin on the IL unless he does anything.
He's playing today, dude.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to release him from my IL because.
How many starts are you at?
I mean, what?
We have 12 starts in our league. That's a lot. I'm considering cutting it for next year down to 10 or 8. Well, 8 might be too little. 10. 12 is a lot. I won last week with like 6 or 7.
I've been keeping up with the league. I have a better record this year than I did last year.
My team's been a joke. My other league, my team's been even worse. This is the worst fantasy year for me.
I am winning so far 112 to 75. I against John Portavino.
Yeah, I don't know him personally. He's a friend of one of the other league members. I'm third in my division. Holla at you, boy. How? 500. 49% playoff percentage. I need to get 1. Tony's 9-1. Oh my gosh. How does he build a Death Star every year? Sean has 61 moves. Oh my god.
Yeah, he follows it. No, he's like intense with it. He loves it. He's
fantasy day trader. That's how I used to be. Oh my god.
He's big. No, he loves it though. So hey, I mean, it's good to have him in the. Josh Bell's not bad. I mean, last game he had like 8 points.
Not bad. I haven't really followed Josh Bell this much. I know everybody's like, what, Marlon Boy doesn't follow Josh Bell. Guys have been caught up with the NBA. I really just kind of been locked in on the Yanks.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. But like I said, is that it? Wraps it up.
I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's it. I have nothing else.
All right. We thank you for joining us in another edition of Battin Chattin. For my co-host Denis Tuohy and the entire Blackjack Media Group team, I'm Brandon Natale saying so long, and we'll see you next time.